Good evening, good evening. It's the world famous Turf Talk, man. The only way we can do it is how we do it right here. I'm your host, T. Smith, also known as Trey. With my main guys, we still waiting for Coach G to pop up, but the coach, one and only Coach Desean Jackson. How you doing today, Coach Jackson?
Man, it's your boy Coach Dan ready to get it in, man. Turf talk, baby. You know how we do it.
Yeah, the one and only Turf Talk, man. And this is what we try to highlight, what I'm saying, the kids in the community. And man, tonight it's definitely a blessing and it's definitely a pleasure, to have one of the dudes I had a chance to meet a couple times and be a part of his positivity in the community. So, what I'm saying, got the world famous Long Beach Poly in the building, as well as the the one and only D Jack. What's up with you, D Jack?
What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be on, man. Definitely. How y'all doing?
Man, definitely a
Good,
pleasure.
man. Thank you for being on, man.
Oh yeah, shit. You already know, shit. If it's for the kids and the youth, I'm here, man. Count me in.
And that's something I've had a chance to personally watch you witness from doing your camps at Crenshaw, as well. D'Anthony coming up, and I seen you on the studios, man. You spend a lot of time with the community, so I definitely want people to know, like, that's a whole different side of you if they don't know. Like, this man does spend time in the community all over the place. So definitely shout outs to you and kudos to you for that, man.
Oh yeah, no, definitely appreciate that for sure, brother.
Yeah, we got hey Don, talk to me. We got Don from Long Beach Poly. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know your class, what positions you play, offers you got and stuff like that, just to give people an idea of who you are if they don't know already.
Yeah, man, I'm Donovan Turner, DB, receiver, running back, athlete at Long Beach Poly, class of 2022. I'm currently sitting right now on one offer from UNLV. More coming in.
No, he definitely gonna roll in after one.
Yeah, one started it, more coming in, but it's still working every day.
And I think that's important, what I'm saying, for brothers like you, to stress, you're like, hey, you getting a chance to get out, but do you feel any I want to talk to you first, Don, real quick before we jump in with DJ. Do you feel like it's any added pressure, going to the school that you go to with the notoriety of putting out so many professional players? Is that one of the reasons why you chose Long Beach, and do you thrive off that pressure?
Yeah, well, of course, but like it's not really pressure at the same time because it's more of a like motivation, knowing the history behind everything. Like it's tradition from where I'm from. You got to go to Poly. You got to play football at Poly if you really want to be good. So like just knowing all the people that came before me and know what they did, all the records they broke, what they did after high school is just motivation. And then now being a upperclassman, it's like I'm one of them guys now. So whether I go to the next level and succeed or not, I still got young bucks looking up to me. So I already took on that role head on, and I'm ready. Like I was made for this.
Hey, it ain't if, man. It's when. I could tell, in your voice and your attitude, it's a matter of when. Um,
Yeah.
Jack, want to touch in with you a little bit. Being a jackrabbit, I always see you spending time up at Long Beach Poly. Is that something that's in you to, like, go ahead and go back and make sure these kids know not who you are, but who you are, that you came from there? You know what I'm saying, to give them the same ambition.
Yeah, I mean, for me, man, I feel like it's important, for the youth and for guys that's there now to know that, I came from that same, you know, place the child came from. Like it's possible that, if I came from it and made it out, y'all can make it out. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just so in tune with the youth because I feel like the youth is our future. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if it's like if we don't reach back and give to them, what do we stand for and what are we doing? Because that's all it's about. So for me, spreading love, spreading positivity, and just kind of giving them hope. Because when I grew up, a lot of times people don't have that hope. People don't really have them people to really touch or grab and see like these people are real. You get what I'm saying? Like when I grew up, shit, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like all these people is people that I've mesmerized of, like, Michael Vicks, Allen Iverson, and now, being who I am, these are people that I encounter with and, are on the same level as, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like coming from where I came from, a lot of times people don't feel like it's possible to, overcome the obstacles we're faced. You know, so for me, that's the biggest thing, man, is letting these kids know it's possible.
And that's something. Um, I'm friends with Sammy Parker. I done helped out Mercedes Lewis with a couple camps, and it's like you can tell when they get home at Poly that it's like more of a family, a tradition, like it's been passed on through the DNA. You like it's not nothing that they like feel like they have to do. It's like something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in the DNA, speaking on that specifically, I feel like, you know, for me, I was a freshman. I, you know, had my senior class was Darnell Bean, Herschel, Dennis, Manuel Wright, Winston Justice, like Brandon Brooks. Like we had like everybody damn near 6, 7 dudes commit to D1. You know, so for me, that set the bar early. Like shit, like they got D1 scholarship. I'm a freshman, you know, I'm a freshman playing VAR. And then, you know, got moved up at the end of the season. And then my sophomore year played VAR all year. But it's like the expectations you come in, it's like it's already mandatory that you know that you cutting yourself short and you ain't getting no Division I scholarship in front of top school. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause you put in a position where scouts gonna be coming, like they know all the talent is coming from Long Beach Poly. Even though I'm not originally from Long Beach, I'm from Los Angeles. But when I went to Poly, bro, it was a tradition that everybody knew. All the college coaches wanted to come here. All the athletes, they coming from where we come from, and that's where we at. So they want to come see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach Jackson, you got any questions?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you being an example. You know what I mean? How important is that for you to like to spread that to your people to let them know that you're there for them.
Yeah, because
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Trey.
I was saying that because Coach Jackson, his son is, you know, on. I don't want to jump in because I want to.
I'm finna tell you a story. I'm finna tell you. So I wanted him to answer that first, but I was gonna tell him a story right now. I know. Growing up, I watched you and your dad's story, and I emulated it with my son, and just was hard on him, and did whatever it took for him to train. You know, it's funny because I was looking for a picture. I have a picture of him and you as a youth. He was about like 12 years old, but I was even telling your mom that a couple of weeks ago when we were at the Rams Raider game.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. Shit, I feel like, man, it was something about my pops where he knew what he was doing, bro. Like I look back now, like me being this grown and knowing like everything that I did going against him, how many times we butted heads, how many times I had to get my ass whipped, like, you know, like beating me, like it's all, you get what I'm saying? But now I'm older and I can
Right,
realize like what he was trying to do and what he meant. You get what I'm saying? So for me,
right,
it's like as a kid and having like speaking for your kid, like we as kids, we don't understand sometimes what our parents are trying to do. And now that I'm a parent and I got kids, you know, we want the best for our kids. And as a kid,
of course,
sometimes
yep,
you don't understand that as a kid. You get what I'm saying? You like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and my dad tripping, he owned me, but nah, at the end of the day, you want the best because you know you've been through everything that your kid gonna go through.
exactly,
You get what I'm saying? So for me, man, I feel like my dad was a genius because what he put out, you know, we received back in, bro. Like he put his all into me from taking me to workout after workout after workout. And it was like, as a kid, I kind of like was fighting it. But like looking at it now, it's like he did everything for a reason, bro, to get me to where I'm at today.
right. I know it's been many days with my son. It'd be holidays, and I wake him up, and I'll be like, man, let's go work out. He'd be like, oh, come on, pops, it's a holiday. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that.
Stay
Let's
on
get
it.
up and go.
Stay on them, bro. Trust me, it's gonna pay off.
But I know just recently, he just telling me, pops, I appreciate everything you've done with me. Now I see. He's like, when I got to college, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. You know what I mean? And now he out
Mm-hmm.
there, you know, being a star.
No, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, congrats, man. Keep staying on them, bro, for sure.
So,
I'm pulling for
definitely.
them. Yeah.
And that's something we definitely want to talk about. I'm a big fan of testimony. So D-Jack, be patient. I want to walk these listeners and kids through from when you went from high school till, you know, since some moments in college and some moments of the pros, because I'm interested as a fan. You already know I've been a fan. I'll let you know that plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite players, explosive. young, youthful, you know what I'm saying, light on the feet, good hips, good ankles type dude. So
Yeah.
one of LA's finest, you know what I'm saying? So you represent LA to the fullest. Um, Don, I don't want to leave you out. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to you too and see a little bit about what goes into your mind. You know what I'm saying? Does your mind change from big games to not so big games, or have you grown in maturity to where you're like, hey, it's all the same. I treat every game the same. Or I just want to talk to you a little bit about you as a person.
Yeah, most definitely. Like the mindset stay the same. Like I tell myself every week, like don't nothing change but the opponent. Like you got to prepare the same way, whether you playing somebody you know you're gonna run all over or somebody you don't think you're gonna run all over. But it's like the regimen, like going into any game, I feel like you got to prepare the same if you want the same outcome. Because I want to dominate my opponent every play of every game, no matter who it is. So that's why I feel like if I sell myself short by taking the day off because I know it's gonna be an easy week or something, then that's just like that's not helping me or my team because knowing what I'm capable of, I just gotta prepare the same way for every opponent.
Yeah, and that's the answer I wanted to hear from you, man, because I could tell from your demeanor, that's exactly how you get down. Coach G just checking in with us. If you're just tuning in, man, it's the world famous Turf Talk right here. Coach Dennis Jackson, Coach. We got Don, number two, from Long Beach Poly, and the one and only D Jack in the building. Coach G,
Jason in here too. We got Jason in here too.
Jason
Robinson.
Jason Robinson. Can we see your video, man, or are you on the first 48? We can't see. What's up, Mr. Robinson?
What's up with you?
How you doing? Go ahead and
I'm chilling.
introduce yourself, man. What position you play? What year class you are, and any offers as of right now, or anybody you talking to or whatnot. Anything you want to say, man? The floor is yours.
Shit, I'm Jason Robinson, class of 2024, wide receiver at Long Beach Poly. I got offers from SC, Pitt, and AS. And play ball, and do what I do, represent Poly. That's all I'm really out here to do.
I love I love the poly attitude.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Coach G, you want to tap in? You got any questions jumping in?
I just want to say that first and foremost, Long Beach Poly, man, when you put that Rabbit jersey on, man, that's pure. That means you're crowned. You're wearing something on another level. You have Willie McGinnis, Sammy Parker, Desean Jackson, Omar Stoudemire. The list goes on and on. I believe you guys have some of the top, some of the top of the top, the most recruited people to the NFL. Am I right? Or is it second?
No, it's first.
It's definitely up there. It's 60.
It's number one.
Yeah, 60 NFL players as of right now. That last time I checked.
One question I do have. It's been echoed out there on the streets that since Bosco started turning up in modern day, that they've been basically taking a lot of the talent in the Long Beach area, and some of the guys are starting to funnel out. So how is that affecting Long Beach Poly in regards to not getting that top talent anymore?
But we still got the top talent in the area for sure.
That's right.
I feel like if it's in your blood, if you really from around here and like you really been growing up going to poly games and everything, and it's like really in your blood to go to poly, you gonna go to poly. If you really not about it, you're not gonna come here.
Right.
And that's what I feel like those kids that's leaving the section and going other places, they really wasn't meant to go to poly. Like people that's at poly right now, people that came through poly, then that's who was meant to go to poly. Like it's not we not gonna worry about who left the section. We got people still trying to come in and be a part of what we got going on. So like we're not really worried about what's going on over there. We hear the buzz, but at the same time we don't hear it.
Okay, Don, you well seasoned. I like that. I like that. You groom well. Somebody taught you well. You got some big uncles and family around you or something. I want to talk a little bit about D-Jack, talking to the high school kid. D-Jack, when did you know in high school? And I know your swag level, so I already kind of know where you're gonna go. When did you know in high school, like I'm ready for the next level. Did you always know that, or it was like a certain play or certain moment, whether it was with your pops or not, you was like, oh, I'm ready, ready.
Yeah, I mean, I could really go back to like my freshman year. Like obviously, like I said, like talking with Don basically said, like, for if you're from the area, you already know, like, you're gonna go to potty. Like, for me, I ain't really had that because I wasn't from Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? But I heard all of the noise, I heard how good they was, I heard about their program. So for me being from LA, like Poly was so ringing that shit. LA motherfuckers knew about it. So for me, I'm like, I'm going to Poly, and I'm like, I'm going to Poly. So you gotta think, when I lost service. Yeah, but when I went to Poly, like I'm coming there, like I'm from LA, so I'm thinking like I gotta come in and do my thing. You get what I'm saying? So for me, when I came in, I was always one of the best on my team in Pop Warner and stuff. But when I came into Poly and as a freshman got moved up to the end of the season on varsity, like that's when I'm like, all right, I got a shot. And then like my sophomore year, starting VAR, and then my junior year, All American, first team, all that. Then it was like right around my junior year, I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like I'm for sure got a shot at going league. You know what I'm saying? And then like I remember the end of my sophomore year, I had like probably like 20 scholarships. And then like as soon as junior season came, like the off season, I hit a couple Nike camps. When I was getting scholarships from Miami, Florida State, Alabama's, like I had the SC already, but like all the schools that like LA dudes or California dudes wasn't really getting, Oklahoma's, LSU. So I'm like, when that started happening, I'm like, all right, yeah, I got a shot. It's cracking. So I really like I always took it serious, but that's when I really knew like I got a shot to really be something in football.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my next question. Sometimes you have the confidence, right? And you have what it takes, because especially going through like what coach both our coaches, Coach Gary Bryant, his son is Gary Bryant at USC, Coach Jackson, his son is Drake Jackson at USC. It's just that moment where you feel everybody else like tell you, like you don't need them to tell you, but it feels like, what I'm saying, when you see everybody else on the jock strap, if I may say, then you're like, okay, I'm ready, ready. Is that kind of like, how you guys feel as well, Don or Jason?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like uh if you really like, if you think you're going, like from a youngin all the way up until your senior year of high school, you gonna know like you want what you want to do, but it's just that point to let you know when you're ready. And I feel like you just gotta, once you know that moment come, you just gotta be on it, and you can't take your foot off the gas.
Yes, sir. How about you, Jason?
I'm a ride on what he said. Like once you like, if you it's a certain point. Like once you get to a certain point, you working hard enough, bro. You already know where you want to go with it. You already know where you're trying to go. So like at a certain point, it's like me and Don, we already know where we want to go. We already know how far we're trying to take this. So it's all like it's like how seriously you taking this and how bad you want it.
Okay. Okay. Coach Jackson, you have anything?
No, I'm
Let
good,
me
man. Just,
hey let me touch on that real quick, because like Jay said, Jay, I know your pops. I don't know if he told you. I'm sure he probably told you, but yo, I seen your pops when I had left y'all at the Mission Viejo game, and he like, man, just stay on him, like like just holler at him, stay on him. I'm like, yeah, the off season, I would love to get with you and work out, even you too, Don. But like for me, bro, like that's the brotherhood we got in this. You get what I'm saying? Like we come from
Yeah.
where we come from. You got to tap in and you got to really connect with your folks. You get what I'm saying? So for me, just use me as a vessel, bro. Like anything y'all need, any information, questions, like use me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been through everything y'all trying to go through. I know what it's like. Like if y'all could get the answer to the test right now before y'all want to go on this mission and know everything about it, bro, I'm a game y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You get what I'm saying? Y'all got the world in y'all hands right now, bro. Y'all really in a position to take care of y'all families for life, bro. And when I tell you millions of dollars, bro, like all you got to do is just stay on that straight path, bro. You got to really see that tunnel at the end of it. I mean, that light at the end of the tunnel, bro. And there's gonna be a lot of, people that's gonna throw you off that, but you gotta stay on it, bro. And if you do what you need to do, from first off talking about school, if you take care of your schoolwork and stay out of trouble and stay away from messing with crazy females and doing all that other crazy stuff, bro, your life is gonna be able to be set up, bro, where you ain't gonna want for nothing, bro. So y'all in the position to do what y'all need to do. But if y'all need anything from me, holla at me, bro. I'm a phone call away.
Hey, D Jack, you always been a thousand.
Shoot, shoot.
Always been a super thousand. I want to take it a little bit to I want to know, what made you choose, because we just talked about you had all these offers. I want to know specifically, if you could go back in time, what made you choose Cal at that time? What made you so comfortable with, like, that's the spot for me?
Yeah, I mean, for me, bro, like when I actually committed to SC, and back then I'm gonna rewind time for y'all. This when Reggie Bush, Lindell White, when they, they had the powerhouse. They won like 2 back-to-back national championships. So I remember they called me. Pete Carroll was the head coach, and they called me like right after the game. They just won a national championship, flexing, talking stuff. Reggie Bush, Lindell, all these dudes was on the phone, and Pete Carroll was right there, and I actually committed right on the spot. So when I committed on the spot, I just felt like it was known that if you went to Poly, you going to SC. Like the trend was, if you at Poly, you going to SC. So for me, I just felt like they got cocky and just knew automatically I was gonna go to SC.
Okay.
And I feel like they start treating like out of state recruits and like other recruits better than me, bro. And I was like, I kind of took that shit to the heart. So for me, I'm like, all right, they just think they got me and they ain't really tripping. So for me, that's when I really started like opening up to like really seeing what other schools had. Like I was close to going to LSU, I was close to going to Oklahoma, like Florida State, but then like for some reason Cal popped up. And I remember like the year before they just beat them. They had Aaron Rodgers, Marshawn Lynch, and it was like they just beat SC. So I'm like, you know what? I could still stay in California. I'll be 5 hours away from home. I could grow up and get away from my family and not have to be worried about being a baby. Because you gotta think, if I don't went to SC, ain't no really growing up on my own. Like my parents would have been there, family would have been there. So for me, I feel like Cal was a perfect fit. And it was like, up and coming. They had a squad around then. So I was like, you know what? Let me get away from home, bro. And I just went up the road to Northern California and was at Cal. And the 3 years I was there, we was like top 10. We was like number 2 one year. Like we had a great time. I can't really speak for them now because they doing bad. But back then we was cracking.
And is that the advice you would give them to, the high school kids that's checking this video out, and the parents listening? Like, hey, go with the best fit that's for you, the people that show you the most interest. Is that
Yeah, nah, for sure. I think like, for Jason and Don, like the position they at right now, they at the top of their game, in high school, and they gonna have all the offers and all the likes. But for me, you got to figure out what fits you best. Every coach gonna tell you the same thing. Oh my God, we want you, we love you. You gonna be this, you gonna be that. The same thing they telling you, they telling 1,000 other kids. So don't get caught up to what these coaches are saying and believing in them and like having your head over heels, like because they telling you, they telling 1,000 other kids the same thing. So for you, be confident in yourself and know and understand that whatever it is you got to do, you gonna have to put the work in. But it's really, you got to bet on yourself, bro. And you got to look at the numbers. You got to look at, if you go into a school, if they got 2 sophomores, a junior, like them people that's gonna still be around. You want to try to find either some young dudes that ain't really got too much muscle on you, or some dudes that's like about to be seniors, juniors, and seniors is about to leave. Because you want to go in, you want to play as a freshman, bro. You want the mentality, you coming in and you leaving in 3 years. Because I know y'all want to go to the league. That was my mindset. I knew I wanted to come in and I'm going to the league. I'm not sitting here 4-5 years. I wanted to do 3 and out. And that was a mindset I had. And I went there and I accomplished my mindset.
Yes, sir. Coach G.
Yep.
Right. First, D Jack, I want to say it's an honor to have you on here. And one thing when just knowing your explosiveness is what really stood out to me. And you wasn't the biggest guy, and you are not the biggest guy, but you still make a statement every time you step on the field. And I wrote something down that I want these young men, because I'm so impressed with the way they handle themselves on this because I always say football is 80% mental, it's only 20% physical. And I wrote this down. It says fear and ignorance are the number one enemies to success. Your mindset is your number one weapon. You give your reality legs with how you think. Your eyes are the gateway to your soul. And I don't know if you guys know what the placebo effect is, but basically what that means is this: the placebo effect is they'll give you a shot and you might think it's some cortisone or something to heal your body, but it might be just salt. But the mind is so powerful that it thinks that it was something to heal it, and it heals itself. So that's how powerful the mind is. So if you think you can have it, you can have it. So when you look in the mirror, that's your biggest investment. And I want you guys to know that. You know, your biggest investment is that person in the mirror looking right back at you. And always remember that. And remember the things that D-Jack just said. You know, that's basically what he said. You are your biggest investment. You know, so I just wanted to say that, and I commend you, D-Jack, for even being here and giving your time to these young men. And you know, if there was one thing I did want to ask you, because they always say my son GB1 at USC mirrors his game to you. What do you think the biggest transition that it was for you from college, from high school, college to the pros?
I think for me, from high school to college, honestly, the competition wasn't really that much of a difference because I feel like being at Poly, the competition is already at a high. So for me, I was used to competing. I was used to, you know, playing with the best. I think the biggest thing is that, you know, the game just got a little bigger and faster. You get what I'm saying? And then on the flip side, from the college to the NFL, it just get a lot faster. Everybody fast now. Everybody good. Like in college, you know, you could go where you got selective people that's good, you know, average. But you get to the league, everybody good and everybody fast, bro. So the game just is a snap of a finger. Like it's just really like a snap of a finger, bro, in the NFL. And it's like, I tell these young dudes all the time to come into the NFL because you got first rounders, you got all world college players that's coming into the NFL. And I don't know if you can tell, but you got some to come in and ball right away. Then you got some to come in and take their time. They like a deer in the headlights. The game is a little too big for them. So, but what I tell these young dudes to come into the game, bro, you got to treat this just like it's anything else. It's football. If you let it be, oh my God, it's the NFL and these guys are big and oh my God, it's all these fans, you're going to be lost in the sauce. But if you come into it and just have the same approach, like it's football and the game ain't bigger than what it is, bro, it's going to be easy. I tell people that all the time. Don't let the game take forever to slow down for you. You slow it down yourself, just like what you said.
Right, right. 100. That's 100 right there.
Exactly. We dropping gems right here on Turf Talk. Hey, so I want to include the fellas in this question too. I want to know, D-Jack, this kind of go from high school, but I want to know your biggest college moment, you know what I'm saying, where you knew like, hey, I'm going to the league. But Don and Jason, what's one of your biggest moments where you was like, okay, I'm that guy, I'm that boy? I mean, Don, you can start it off.
All right. Well, last year it was a short season, so we really didn't know we was having a season. So I was really just preparing for my senior year, and I was moving around positions, so I didn't know where I was going to play. Like I said, I'm an athlete, but I really wanted to play defense. So I was playing defense, but we had some senior guys ahead of me. So in practice, I was always getting reps with the first team, but like at safety or at nickel, and I was making plays, but like I would always make big plays in practice, but I never got the opportunity in the game because like we always had some guy, like a guy older than me or something that was in a position to make the plays that I wanted to make. So 2 weeks ago versus Mission Viejo, I swear it was like deja vu because I made this play before in practice multiple times. So I'm sitting on the route at a receiver. He caught a pass. He caught two passes this drive in zone coverage, and he thought he was finna run a 10-yard out. It was like 3rd and 10. And I seen this play on film. I'm just sitting on it. I'm sitting at the sticks, not moving. And then my eyes on the quarterback for my read step, and then he just looked me dead in my face. So then I know like that's when he seen me, and I knew it was go time. So it just felt like it was like routine. I just broke on the ball, caught the ball, pick six, took it 78 yards to the house. And then that's when I really knew like, okay, like these guys, because Mission Viejo one of the top teams in our area. So I'm giving them their props, like making a play like that against a team like that, that's big time. Like coming from Long Beach Poly, like you supposed to make plays like that in big games. And everybody always tell me big time players make big time plays in big time games.
Man,
so like
yeah.
Yeah. So like in practice it became like like my coach always tell me, you do it in practice, you're gonna do it in the game. If you ain't never did it in practice, you ain't never gonna do it in the game because you don't know how it feel.
Yeah.
So like if you catch that ball, you're gonna get tackled or something, you're gonna drop the ball, you're gonna catch the ball and get ran down. So then I just know like I've been here before. So I catch the ball and I just go, and then it clicked in the offensive mindset in my head. Like if I get tackled, I'm sorry. Like I can't get tackled right here.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that was the biggest play, really my high school career because last year was cut short. I was making plays, but that was the biggest play of my high school career that really made me realize like I know I'm going to the next level. I'm making plays like this. Like I got to keep doing it, but I know I'm talented enough to do that.
Got you, man. That's good stuff. Jason, what about yourself, man?
Just like I'm just starting off. So last year I didn't play football because all the moving, Texas came back. So this really my first year playing. So yeah, I ain't really had that moment. But I work way too hard for it not to pay off. Like I work too hard for me to even think somebody out there is gonna stop me.
Okay.
So I already know this. I gotta showcase what I do, what I work on every day, multiple times a day. Just go out there and put that work on the field, and it's gonna be easy. It's like when you do your job, it's so much easier. Like the game we just played, like the first two games, I was in my head thinking too much. The game we just played, I just went out there, did my job. Like whatever the coach said, do this, I did it, and it made it so much easier. Like it was slowed down. Like people say, like the game slowed down. Like it felt slower. Like it felt like, oh, he can't guard me. Like I know I'm gonna do this, and he gonna go here, and I'm gonna go up there, and I'm gonna be wide open. Like it's like just do what you do in training and workouts and practice, and like whatever the coach tell you to do, bro, and it's gonna work, bro. Like that's all I like. That's what I'm starting to like. I'm starting to feel it now. Like this is really my first year playing high school football, but I already know like as much work as I put in, they not messing with me. So
Gotcha.
like I just got to go out there and showcase that.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Go ahead, Coach Jackson.
No, I just want to say, like, what I heard with the two youngsters that said that was very important is watching film, and then working extra, getting that extra work. I mean, it's gonna help you pay and help you get to the next level. So continue doing it, and also stand in the books, like Desean said, man. You just gotta make sure that's the most important part. You ain't gonna be able to get to a college unless them grades is right. So make sure them grades is right.
Most definitely. That's definitely a necessity, and we preach that. D-Jack, I want to hear that moment in college where you knew you was gone.
Tennessee game, man. We played versus Tennessee. See, my freshman year, we went to Tennessee and they smacked us. They beat us like 33-14.
Yeah.
So then the second year, they came out the Cal, and the punter was talking crap all week. He was talking about how he punted me the ball and all this other crazy stuff. So he punted me the ball and took it back to the house and I went crazy. That had me all on NCAA cover, all in the ESPN news. It was crazy, bro. So from then, that's why I'm like, oh yes, it's over. Like I'm gone. I'm gone to the league.
I just like I said, we done chopped it up, man. I like to hear those moments. It's questions I never got to hear from you. I got to hear a lot of other things. Coach G, you want to tap in real quick?
Yeah, I loved everything these athletes said. I feel like there's no reason for a plan B if you're 100% committed to plan A. You guys, preparation is a key success, and I want you guys to let this sink in. He who accomplished little, sacrificed little. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
So it's all or nothing. Once you put 10 toes to the turf, once you touch the turf, it's 10 toes down. I think that D-Jack can attest to that. Once you step out there, it's go time, show time, and like I said, I commend all you athletes, man, for being on here, especially you youngsters, man. You guys are poised, and you guys are showing that you guys are student athletes, and I love it. I love it because you guys. It's not about just you guys. What the people are seeing right now is giving back to these youngsters, man. They look up to you guys, So once again, I want to say I commend all you guys, man. Keep on keeping going on.
Yeah, and two, let me I just want to touch on this briefly because I got to get back to this massage. I got practice early in the morning, which I'm sure these young dudes got school and practice too. But for me, man, y'all protect y'all assets, man. Put everything into what y'all got. Don't cut nothing short. I know y'all done heard me talk a few times. I done came out there and rocked with y'all, but put everything on the table, bro, and don't leave nothing short because you don't want to wake up one day like, damn, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. You get what I'm saying? That's the last thing you want to be is a shoulda, coulda, woulda position or person. So for me, I wish y'all the best. Y'all ball out. That legacy, man, that tradition that y'all playing for, man, is deeper than anything anybody could tell you or envision. So just know that, man. There's a lot of people riding on y'all, bro. You get what I'm saying? To make us proud. And protect yourself, man. You get what I'm saying? Y'all young. So I know the world's coming at y'all. Everybody wants you to do this, do that. Protect yourself. And when you get to it, because y'all gonna get to it. When y'all get to it, save your money, man. You get what I'm saying? Learn how to manage it and save it. Because it ain't gonna last forever. You get what I'm saying? You gotta make more money for you. Don't look at it as like, damn, this the money I got, I can go spend it. No, this the money I got, I'm gonna turn it into way more than they gave me. So that's my piece, and I appreciate y'all, but I gotta hit it, man.
Tap out, man. Go handle your. Hey, you be safe and
Appreciate you.
healthy, man. And we'll check in with you later, D-Jack.
All right, y'all boys be safe.
You too.
All right, bro.
Big Don and Jason, man. We just want to, appreciate y'all for checking in with us. We know y'all got a big game coming up Friday against Centennial. I mean, you talk about big games. Mission Viejo gets no bigger than this as well to try to, pull off an upset. We got Coach Dennis on the other side calling the defense on the line. So, we'd love for y'all to come back and tell us, talk about the game or what happened and things like that. But good luck with y'all, man. And if you need us for anything, you need this platform for anything, don't be afraid to tap in with us. And we appreciate y'all. And can't wait for them other offers to come in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I also want to say, man, take advantage of the opportunities that you get in life, man. Like D-Jack was being a big brother to you guys. Take advantage of that. Also, too, like you said, you guys played against Mission Viejo. Like you playing against us this week. Take advantage, man. Because you never know who's watching. You know what I mean? This should be an opportunity to get more offers on the plate. You know what I mean? So I just want to tell you guys, ball out. You know what I mean? And do what you guys have to do.
Coach G, you want to leave us with something?
Yeah, I want to leave you guys with this, man. Never let anyone break your spirits to fuel their own confidence. Snatch the pen and write your own story. Control your own narrative. That's all I'm saying. Don't do anything because, I always say if you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. You know what I'm saying? Create your own story. Create your own legacy. Hey, we're going to be watching you guys and we're proud of you guys, man. Go out there and be great.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Don't forget this show and all our Turf Talk shows are sponsored by Get It Done, where, they train athletes from high school, college, and pro combine. It's Get It Done. Text them at 310-889-6233. That's 310-889-6233, where you can get a free consultation, 15 minutes over the phone. Man, we appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Shout out to D-Jack. Shout out to the Rams. Shout out to Long Beach Poly. Shout out to my boy Sammy Parker, Mercedes Lewis, Willie McGinnis, the whole fam down there, man. We super appreciate you. And the man behind all of this, shout out to Coach Jackson making it all possible. He the quietest on the show, but man, he the brains behind it. Coach G, I missed you, saying on the intro, but hey, we're gonna tap in next week. Like I said, the phone line blowing up. So hey, we might be doing 2 shows a week from now on.
Right. If you stay ready, you gotta get ready, baby.
All right, brothers. Y'all hey, tap in with us, Don and Jason, and good luck this week, man, and be safe out there.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, baby.
All right.